Weak to strong. How the United States said bye-bye to the Articles of Confederation and hello to the United States Constitution. Even before the United States actually won independence from Great Britain, the leaders of the colonies worked on a way to make a country that worked without having a king or a queen. Remember, the Declaration of Independence said that the power of this new nation would be with, you guessed it, the people. So they came up with the Articles of Confederation. Guess what? These 13 colonies actually did defeat Great Britain, and they became the United States of America. Good thing they had a form of government, or constitution, ready to use. These rules for the United States were written down in the Articles of Confederation, our first national government. It was made weak on purpose. The leaders of this new United States thought the British government had been too tough over the colonies, too strong. So they made it so the colonies, now called states, could tell the national government no if they needed to. State governments having more power than the national government sounded good. Having a weak national government caused a lot of problems. The weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation. Numero uno. Number one. The national government had only one legislative or lawmaking branch. It was called Congress. This Congress allowed only one representative to vote on laws for each state. It did not matter how many people lived in a state, each state only got one vote. To pass a law, 9 of the 13 needed to say yes. Now remember, under this weak Articles of Confederation, if a law did pass, the states had the power to tell the national government no. Or in Spanish, no. Or in French, no. You might think states with more people living in them would have more votes, more say on national laws, but no. Check it out. The population around 1787 in Virginia was 720,000 people. In Delaware, it was only 55,000. Do you think it's fair that each state only had one vote? Virginia had almost 1/3 of the entire United States population. Should Virginia have more votes than Delaware? Of course, Virginia probably would think so. Delaware would probably say, hey, we're all states. We all should have the same. But that's an argument for the very near future. Weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation, numero dos. Number 2. There was no common currency. Currency is what is used to trade. Everybody must agree on what to use for it to be considered currency. Today we use paper and coins as currency. Back then, some states had their own state dollar. Others just used gold and silver to trade. When states would try to trade goods with each other, they often could not agree on how much to charge for those goods. I mean, how much is a Virginia dollar worth in Pennsylvania? You don't know? Neither do I. They didn't either. This led to weakness number 3. Weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation, numero 3. Number 3. Because there was no United States currency, no US dollar, that could be used in all of the 13 states of America, some states would get in serious arguments when trading with each other. States needed someone to regulate or control trade between the states. Trade is also called commerce. You know, when you look at TV and there are commercials, those commercials are trying to get you to trade your money, your currency, your dollars for whatever goods they're selling. But with a weak national government, the national government could not regulate or control commerce, trade between the states. Weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation, numero 4. Number 4. Under the Articles of Confederation, Congress could not collect taxes. A nation needs money to survive. Taxes are used to raise revenue. Remember, that's what the British were trying to do right after the French and Indian War. When Congress asked states to pay taxes, the states often said that they could not pay. That's right. This one branch government was too weak to force the states to give it money. Now you can imagine that would lead to all kinds of problems. Check out this political cartoon. See how Congress is begging the states for money? And the states are just walking right on by. We'll analyze this political cartoon later. You'll need to tell us what you think it means. The critical period, 1783 to 1789. I wonder what anarchy means. Looks like that rowboat is headed for trouble. Well, it wasn't all gloom and doom. The Articles of Confederation did come up with some good things. Some of the outcomes of the Articles of Confederation? Well, it was the first form of government, or constitution, of the new United States. Since the word constitution means a form of government, it was that. At least the leaders of this new nation had a new kind of government. The Northwest Ordinance. This outlined or gave the steps for bringing in new states. Since not all of the land in the United States was a state, some of it was just territories, the leaders wrote down the steps to take for a territory to become a state. You never know. I don't want to give anything away, but these 13 states of America may become 14, 15 states, 16 states, 17 states, 18 states. Should I go all the way to 50? All right, I won't. The Articles of Confederation did also one other good thing. It outlawed slavery in these new territories.
Well, that certainly was a good outcome of the Articles of Confederation. I wonder if this means the USA is going to end the evil practice of slavery once and for all. I mean, the Declaration of Independence does say, all men are created equal. Despite the few good things brought about by the Articles of Confederation, having a weak national government, a government unable to control the states, was turning out to be not such a great thing. A rebellion of farmers in Massachusetts called Shays' Rebellion made it clear. Either give the national government more power, or this young nation might not have the chance to become an old nation.